Jeffrey, what are you doing?
I'm trying to soak in the power of this whiskey.
Sometimes I think he's confused.
No, today I thought we would talk about the power of whiskey, so I figured maybe instead of drinking it for once, I'd just try to soak it in.
By osmosis.
I mean, don't you feel like sometimes whiskey tends to give you abilities that
You wouldn't have otherwise?
you wouldn't have otherwise?
Like clairvoyance?
Think hard. Circle.
No, I mean more like, increases your ability for taste and stuff like that, and
Yeah, there seems to be something to that.
brings people together, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you think? Talk about the power of whiskey today?
Let's do it right after this. Welcome to Whiskey Pop. I'm overly excited Zane.
And I'm Jeff. Boy, that was it's like I'm Jeff.
Yours look more scared. I look excited.
Oh, you look excited. You look excited?
Welcome to Whiskey Pop.
So today we're going to talk about the power of whiskey.
Right. We're talking like, they whip out a magic sword and say by the power of whiskey.
By the power of Grayskull.
Yeah, no, that's He-Man.
I'm just saying, you're talking powers. I mean, we alluded to, but
All right, that's true. Okay, so before we do all that,
we got to talk about what we're drinking.
we have to talk about drinking some whiskey.
Now, from what I understand you saying, is this is malted.
This is a high malt whiskey. It's an experimental whiskey from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Are we ready to do this?
I've been ready to do this.
Oh, what are you waiting on? Let's
because
pick
of
up
that
the
movie
glass,
Magic and all that jazz.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. No, I catch a lot of mixed grain, but not like a...
It's not like a hard, meaty grain.
Yeah.
Hard and meaty grain. All right, let's go in on this.
I do.
Doesn't drink like a 91 proof.
It wasn't what I was expecting based on what it was supposed to be.
Exactly. Exactly.
Meanwhile, join us on Friday when we do second pour.
That's
where
right.
We're going to really rip this one a new one.
Oh, we are we?
I don't know. I just like saying something.
Everybody's like, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun.
Ooh, the suspense.
Okay, so the power of whiskey. So the first thing we say whiskey does is increases your senses.
My spider sense is tingling. I'm being watched.
It can increase your senses by sometimes dulling others.
That is very true.
But you're talking about because you're consuming and trying to dissect a whiskey and you're using that as a hobby that suddenly now you eat, drink other things and you can tear it apart.
Right, so whiskey increases your ability to pull out the nuances of flavors
Yes.
and aromas in a whiskey. Well, what that's doing is training your mind to recognize those flavors and all kinds of things, I think.
Yeah.
So like, you probably never noticed cloves before in like pumpkin pie.
I knew it was there. All
all
along.
spice. All of a sudden you really taste it now.
Yeah, sure,
You're like, that tastes
right.
like whiskey.
Yeah. It's like chicken, man. Everybody likes it, so everything tastes like it. Next thing you know, everything tastes like whiskey. So,
But it also increases your memories. So now, a lot of people, there's this big argument out right now that, whiskey makes you dumber. That
Well,
alcohol
that's-
makes you not as smart, right?
like 20 gallons at a sitting or something.
Yeah.
That's pretty dumb.
What I'm saying though, think about when you go and you smell a whiskey, have you ever had those moments where you have a memory
Oh, of course.
of something?
Of
And
course.
normally not
Yeah.
always a food memory. Sometimes it's a memory of some event.
Yeah, it's or a time, a place. It's we are locked in, and our memories are so locked in with smells.
That's right.
It makes sense that you'll run across that same thing with a whiskey or whatever that'll bring you back.
Oh, what was that cartoon, Ratatouille, right? The guy,
stop
and
it.
he tries the
Yeah, no, he does.
Ratatouille, and he's transferred back to 8 years old at home.
That was an amazing piece of cinema.
That's exactly right.
Cinema.
cinema.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right.
Whiskey also trains you to be able to take something apart. So you can take a whiskey and take down each little piece in a whiskey and say, okay, this tastes like this. This smells like this.
Yeah, deconstructing is actually one of those primary things you're training yourself to do when you're tasting whiskeys.
That's right. So whiskey increases your senses. Now that sounds crazy, right?
Does it sound crazy to you? Because, I mean, kind of counterintuitive. Lots of alcohol, training, enhancing senses.
Now, we admit that you can take that too far. And then all the senses are all dulled to
no, but
you're just like...
But I'm tracking with you. I'm tracking with you 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay, here's one. Whiskey slows down time.
Slow down. I want to get there, but I want to get there alive.
Well, it slows down thought.
So unless you're a college student on a binger, you don't drink whiskey
or
fast.
Or is it a bender? Did you put an extra
Bender. So a
comment
bender.
below.
It's a bender.
Of course it's a bender.
So unless you're a college student on a bender, you drink whiskey slow.
Yeah, you do.
You don't shoot it.
Don't shoot your whiskey.
So whiskey opens up slowly, right? You pour a whiskey, sometimes you want to let it sit.
Absolutely.
Well, that's slowing the time down because you're not going to let it sit, walk away, and come back 3 hours later.
Yeah, you're talking about the intentional side of enjoying whiskey.
You're slowing every process down. We're always in a hurry. We're always trying to get projects done. Whiskey just shuts that down to a crawl.
Yeah, I mean, so much so that if it got any slower, I'm pretty sure our family photos, parts of us would start disappearing in them.
That's Back to the Future.
I'm trying to make a connection here on what you're saying, okay?
But you watch the Avengers, that's not how future time travel works.
Well, I go with Doc Brown, damn it.
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
So then also whiskey opens up opportunity for you to think. You get lost in thought because you're sitting there sipping whiskey, you're not doing anything else. That gives you those moments where you can kind of explore. That doesn't happen much anymore.
No, we're always so busy. We got our nose in our phone, or we're busy trying to do some other little tiny hobby. We don't take time to actually just sit sometimes and think.
That's right.
Contemplating your navel, 101, ladies and gentlemen.
And how many times does whiskey open an opportunity for you to have time with that someone special? A friend, a loved one.
That's a big one.
And that opens up conversation. Yeah. That slows time down for that to happen.
And now let's put it this way, there's only one carbonated beverage which is of the gods, and that's Dr. Pepper. However, you don't sit around with your friends and enjoy the company around a
Dr. Pepper.
A Dr. Pepper.
No, you don't.
But you do when you have the whiskey. Actually, it's a thing. You're like, hey, I'm gonna open something up that's special, and that's a way to relay to my friends who I actually invited that they're special enough that I want them to have this.
And that brings up the next thing. Whiskey brings people together.
Avengers! Assemble.
How many times have you seen people gather around a bottle of whiskey? I mean, now we're whiskey enthusiasts, we're whiskey geeks, but that tends to happen for a ton of occasions that people are just opening a bottle of whiskey.
And it draws people together that not necessarily would have been in the same page before. You might be on different parts of the demographic spectrum, but you can all come around the whiskey bottle.
I agree with that because I think I've seen whiskey take people from red state, blue state, religious backgrounds, whatever that might be, and they may never see eye to eye.
Yeah, that's right.
You pull out a bottle of whiskey that they both agree on,
yeah,
man, they're best friends.
Yeah, they can't get any better than this.
I mean, clearly, senators and congressmen could learn a bit by drinking more whiskey.
Because, I mean, here's the thing. Jeff and I hate each other, actually.
Yeah, no, we don't.
But because we come together
Why are you lying to people?
Because I am what? An expert.
He's not an expert. Okay. He's an expert liar right now. But no, it's like whiskey also has that ability to bring people from any education background.
Oh,
Doesn't matter how smart you are, how not smart you are. See how PC we are?
Or how not PC we are.
That's true. But I mean, it levels the playing field. The plus side is, as the smart person drinks more whiskey,
they become
closer to the other guy.
Less.
Whiskey also does things like, let's say you have a new baby.
Okay.
Toasting the new baby, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get married.
Yeah.
You're toasting to the new marriage. You're gonna get divorced, so your friends are toasting to the divorce.
There's a theme here. I'm just needing to connect those dots. But
The theme is bringing people together.
Yes.
Now, here's another thing. You're looking for a hard-to-find whiskey.
Yeah.
Is it like your mom helping you find that hard-to-find whiskey?
No.
No, it's other whiskey guys. It brings them together, and they're like, hey, let me help you find that allocated whiskey, and they're helping you find it. So whiskey brings people together in circumstances when other things don't, like Dr. Pepper.
Maybe that was a bad analogy, but I think we all got the point.
I think he's right. So whiskey also inspires creativity.
Hello, my name is Simon. I like to do drawings.
As you were talking about in the beginning, whiskey tends to dull certain senses.
Yeah, it does. Which also gets certain things out of the way.
That's right.
Like if you're all hyped up and worried about this and that, you start sipping your whiskey, some of that'll just, it's easier to relax off. It goes smooth away, and now you have time to let your creative juices flow.
I will say when I'm even being creative, I will pour a glass of whiskey because it kind of just relaxes you, it eases you into that ability to think. There are a ton of people who say they've had their biggest aha moments when drinking whiskey. I've also had some of my biggest uh-oh moments.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Depends on what we're talking about.
Some uh-oh moments drinking whiskey too.
I don't relate to that at all.
Cheeky monkey.
So whiskey also brings the kid out in us.
It can.
It's because the more you drink,
Yeah.
the more let loose you get.
Yeah, the question is this really a superpower? I'm not sure.
I don't know, but it did get me thinking this week.
Oh, man.
So I was thinking, we're talking about how whiskey increases the ability and senses, right?
Yes.
So what if we tried some things that may not be whiskey and see if we can recognize it without knowing what it is?
Well, if I get sick, you're cleaning it up. That's all.
This is gonna be really fun because today we have something special to do.
I don't like this.
So, to test our senses today, I asked David and the crew to come up with an idea of us to try things that are random, maybe stuff you don't normally drink, and see if we can guess what it is.
I dread it so badly.
The funny thing is, normally going into these things, I kind of know what's going on.
Not this time.
Man, I'm in the dark with you on this one. So, you know all those mean things we've said about Fireball this time?
Oh my God, we got.
I'm really.
It's either Fireball or Melicorn.
I was scared. I was scared.
There's gonna be hell to pay, just so you guys know. I don't laugh. I just get even.
I'm just as nervous about this. This is this nervous giggle. So where do we start with something like this?
I just say we work from one end and go this way.
You wanna go? You go first? Yeah, you go. You go first.
This is obscene.
Yeah, I'll watch it and see what color it is. Okay, look like Mountain Dew. Okay, hang on. Oh! Okay, I'm guessing
Relish.
bread and butter pickles.
Pickles, yeah. It's like,
Woo, God. Did I not think about getting something to wash that down with, did I? Yeah, that's pretty,
I think it's because it's unexpected. You know?
You know, that's probably the better one. I think there's a whiskey in here somewhere. Somewhere.
The thing is, it's so disgustingly, like when it's unexpected, that's a terrible thing.
It's terrible.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. All right, so number 2.
Yeah, that's right. You should probably try number 2 for me.
Yeah.
Why don't you get that? Get on it.
Takes a big squeeze.
Oh God. Yeah, that's some good shit, Zane. Oh God. Oh God. Hey, that's whiskey. Where'd you get that? Oh God. Okay, that is not something that normally should be drank.
So what flavor were you picking up?
What flavor do you think that was?
That was like canned meat or something. I don't know.
Okay, so
That was bad.
hang on, give me a minute.
Like, I'm still, like, it's like,
God. God. That's so gross. Okay, so there's onion in it. I drink onion.
No, I think it's like salmon sauce.
No, it's like onion. Garlic onion. All right, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
And?
That one's actually not this gross tasting.
Oh, God, you fucking liar! That's nasty! Oh!
Did you get you a good piece of that?
Yeah! That's clam.
I'm trying to not
Oyster,
barf so
clam.
hard that actually I mentally have locked out now. I'm at that.
Oh!
To be fair, I'm actually.
That's pretty briny. Alright, let's go to the last one. I'm a little nervous about that last one now. You know, we suggested whiskey. We never said it'd really be there.
Oh, shit. Hold on, there's another one coming. I fucking hate this game.
This is a great idea.
Oh, it's the best fucking idea. Here I go. I'm going.
Go, do it, do it.
God.
Oh God, it's whiskey. What whiskey is it? It doesn't matter at this point.
I don't care. It's expressed from the teeth to the whiskey gods at this point.
Oh. Okay, so let's figure out what these were, right?
Yeah.
What was this first one? Oh, it was gin, spicy, sweet, garlic, dill, pickles.
And then we
The
had.
second one, what did we guess that to be?
I thought it was meaty because I sucked something
and
up in with
and
it.
I was like, it's kind of onion garlicky,
Yeah.
right? So what was that? Nellie's whole Holland style onions. Now this one, this third one,
That was gross.
That was some briny,
This was worse.
fishy.
This was the worst out of all of it, by the way.
I took 2 swings of that.
Yes. I mean,
So this third one, that was I don't know, that was my least favorite.
yeah, that was pretty bad though.
What was that one? Oh God.
Clam.
Bumblebee's natural clam juice.
Why the hell do you need to package clam juice? That was pretty bad, right?
That was nasty. Okay, so the last one's whiskey.
The last one's whiskey.
And I'm happy to drink it. Oh, look.
Thank you.
Oh, thank God it was Nulu. Oh, hey, you know, I hope you guys have had a great week. And hey, be sure to like, share, and
Subscribe.
I think there's a glass of whiskey in here. I'm going to reach it around and pull it out. Because I'm going to cheer these people. So, in the meantime, you guys continue to be geeky this week. Be sure to catch us on Friday for...
Hold on. Whiskey on second pour.
Hang on. So...
In the meantime, be safe and don't do this kind of stuff because Jeff is clearly an expert.
I'm not an expert, but hey, see you on Friday, guys.